Second Timothy chapter 4 and verse number 2. Preach the word. Be ready in season and out of season. Correct, rebuke, and encourage with great patience and teaching. Paul's directive to Timothy in this passage is quite clear. Preaching the word requires unwavering dedication. This wasn't simply advice on Paul's part to Timothy. It was a charge that he gave his spiritual son as he himself prepared to pass the mantle of ministry. Paul, who had faced immense opposition for preaching Jesus as the Messiah, understood that public proclamation of the gospel would be met with resistance, just as it was in Jesus' ministry. Jesus' teachings drew both acceptance and hostility. Religious leaders opposed him. They conspired with the Roman authorities to end his life. Similarly, Paul, once an opponent of the church, found himself on the receiving end of persecution after becoming a follower of Jesus himself. Knowing this, Paul was preparing Timothy for the reality of ministry. There are moments of acceptance and there are moments of rejection. To be ready in season and out of season means speaking the truth whether it's convenient or not. There will be times when the message is well received, when people are eager to listen and inspired by the word. But there will also be times when audiences are indifferent, cold, resistant, or even hostile to the message. Paul urges Timothy to remain steadfast, preaching with the same boldness regardless of the crowd's response. It's important to note that Paul's command isn't limited to what you and I know as pulpit ministry. Paul is not telling Timothy that preaching requires standing behind a church podium every Sunday. This charge applies broadly to anyone who's involved in proclaiming the message of Jesus in any context. This verse can apply. It includes public preachers, of course, who preach the word on a weekly basis, writers sharing their faith-based articles, content creators spreading the gospel online, youth ministers mentoring the next generation, or even apologists defending the faith. Whatever our specific roles in ministry, Paul's instruction remains clear. We must be prepared. We must commit to sharing the word with integrity, with compassion, and with boldness, whether people welcome it or push it away. It is not about how the message is received. It is about those of us who are faithfully delivering it.